This segment is sponsored by LaHood Norton Law Group.
Well, when you need a team of experts to defend your rights, you want one with a trusted reputation. But do you know when you need to bring a lawyer into the conversation? Nico LaHood is here with LaHood Norton Law Group to walk us through a couple of scenarios this morning. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in. We're getting some free advice this morning. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so we're going to run through a couple of scenarios. These are things that you might find yourself in, and we'll answer whether or not you need a lawyer. So here's the first one. Let's say the police tell me they want to ask me a few questions. Can I handle that on my own, or do I need a lawyer?
Well, it depends, right? So that's the question. It depends. Are they asking you, hey, are you in line in a restaurant somewhere? Are they asking you what you saw from an incident that happened? Are they asking you, were you involved in an incident that happened? So it really depends. Basic stuff you can answer on your own, but when it comes to asking you questions about yourself, I always defer to saying, hey, look, I'll answer any questions you have if I have a lawyer present. Now, here's the technique. Law enforcement many times will ask you innocent questions.
Okay.
You know, would seem to be innocent questions to get the human condition to answering and just get you going, and then it shifts to very specific questions on what they're investigating. So use your common sense.
Okay.
If they're asking you just common sense everyday questions because you see someone out at a restaurant, that's one thing. If they're coming specifically to your door to ask you about something that happened, I would pause.
Okay, good to know. Here's another question. Sometimes law enforcement will tell someone, either verbally or in writing, that they are the target of an investigation. Should I hire a lawyer at that point?
100%. If you're a target of an investigation, is different than being a subject of an investigation.
Okay.
So if you're a subject of an investigation, that means you were mentioned somewhere in the investigations, typically in the federal system. If you're a target of the investigation, you're the focal point of it. Now, you can easily switch from a subject to a target. And then there's a witness to an investigation. So witness, subject, target. If you're a subject or a target, definitely you need a lawyer. If you're a witness, I would confer with a lawyer first to maybe be a go-between to see exactly what they want to ask. But you have to be very cautious because you can go from a witness to a subject to a target very easily.
Right, there's no harm in protecting your rights. That's what we're all about. What if someone has been accused of a misdemeanor? Is that something that they can handle, or do we call in a lawyer for that as well?
So in Texas, there's 3 levels of misdemeanors. There's a Class C misdemeanor, a Class B, and a Class A misdemeanor. A Class C misdemeanor is a traffic ticket, punishable only up to $500 fine. So technically, can you handle a Class C misdemeanor on your own? Sure. I think you'll pay more money if you handle it on your own. You want to make sure it's not going to be on your driving record, so it could go towards a license suspension, and you can't get that time back if you have to go to municipal court and deal with these things, or to one of the constables, JP courts. So you probably want to get a lawyer on that, but the Class C is kind of your own determination. A Class B or a Class A, which is punishable up to 6 months in the county jail or a year in the county jail, with probation and fine options, you definitely want a lawyer to handle those cases.
Okay, I feel like you definitely need a lawyer for a lot of situations.
most things.
And you want one that is trusted and has a good reputation. And of course, you've got a great team at LaHood Norton Law Group.
Well, I think one of the blessings of our firm, and I think our clients benefit from this, is that we were all high-level prosecutors, and that really makes the distinction. So you have 6 lawyers, 5 of the 6 of us were high-level prosecutors. All of us handle the most serious of offenses in the federal and state system, all the way down to misdemeanors. And so I think that collective wisdom and knowledge, and of course our tenaciousness to want to fight for our clients, ends up getting great results for our clients.
Well, thank you for coming in this morning and sharing this information with us. If you find yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer, contact our friends at LaHood Norton Law Group. Take a look at your screen. They're right here in San Antonio. Jot this number down. It is 210-797-7700. You can also go online to lahoodnorton.com for more details.